Elias had directed his own film called Gut, which is a really phenomenal film. I don't know if you've seen it.
Yeah, I've heard of it. I think I saw the trailer for it. But yeah.
Really powerful film. Got some really disturbing stuff in it. But he had a very unpleasant experience in trying to get it distribution because it was in that kind of like awkward place where it wasn't hardcore enough horror to really like work as a horror film, but it was still too gory to just work as a straight drama. So he had some trouble getting distribution for it. I mean, but he really like hit the pavement and knocked on doors and did everything he could. So he had a very large selection of context by the time Phobia was done. And eventually we ended up signing with he's called a producer's agent, this company called Ruthless Pictures. And they had relationships with 3 pretty large distributors. And, they explained how their situation was. We'd sign with them and then they would take it around to their, the companies that they're familiar with and see if any of them would be interested. And if they weren't, then the rights would revert to us. And the first company they took it to, which was Image, was interested in it and wanted it. And so,
well, Image is pretty huge. They're also, aren't they? They're owned by some major. Aren't they like a vassal of?
Well, they
some
just
larger
merged
company?
with was it RLJ Entertainment? So I'm not sure if they're owned by somebody else now. But yeah, I mean, they do pretty big name releases. I mean, I was really kind of shocked that they were interested in our little film, honestly. Especially when I went to their website and like the first thing I see is like a film with some name actor, like
Nick Cage or
something.
something.
It's Nick Cage.
Yeah, it was
now.
probably Nick Cage, is it?
Dude, I'm stoked about
Oh
that.
yeah,
We're
that was
finally-
Nick Cage.
yeah that flicks on Netflix. What's it called? Like Rage or some shit?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's it.
that's
That's
the
exactly
one.
it. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I was excited. I was on, for some reason, we were talking or something. I was on your page, and you said, "Oh, it's a trailer out," and clicked on the link. I'm like, "Fuck, Image Entertainment, dude."
Yeah. I mean, I was really surprised. Like, basically, Image was the big one. He was like, "That's the one you really want to get. That's the one that'll get you the most places. That'll give you the most sales." He's like, and then the next 2 are still good, but they're significantly steps down. And my assumption was, okay, we go to Image, and they'd say no politely.
Can you say what those companies were?
Honestly, I don't remember their names.
Okay.
Now he told me their names, but this has been like a 2-year process, so it's been a long time going. I just honestly don't remember at this point.
Were you simultaneously hitting festivals or no?
No. That we hadn't yet started to do the festivals because we missed the festival period for horror films. We finished like right in the middle of October when all the deadlines had already passed. Luckily, the Drunken Zombie guys, they do the Drunken Zombie podcast, and they've been really big supporters of the film.
That's awesome.
So I sent it to them to take a look at, and they were like, "Yeah, we would love to debut it." So that was really the only festival that we showed in last year. But now we're doing the festival thing now in advance of the film getting released in November. And now I've completely lost track of what the hell I was talking about.
Oh no, just about like placing the film and things like that. But that's pretty incredible. First out of the gate.
Yeah. I was really shocked. I didn't expect it to happen at all. I really expected that we'd end up going with one of the smaller guys, to be completely honest.
That's great. So are you guys doing anything? You guys gonna work together again? Or
Oh yeah, I'd love to work with Mike again in the future.
I'd love to work with
We gotta get
Rory,
another. We gotta get another project off the ground. Is what it comes
Gotta
down
find a
to.
new house, a new store. Yeah. Something else in there.
That's really cool. So well, have you guys seen any good movies lately?
I mean, yeah. Do you want to go for it?
Go for it.
I was just at Fantastic Fest, actually, which was the best film festival I've ever been to. I'm dragging Rory next year. Completely genre, but I got to see. I saw Horns out there, which Horns was pretty good. Horns was really good.
What's that? I haven't heard of that.
It's an adaptation of Joe Hill's novel, Stephen King's son.
Oh shit! Okay.
Yeah.
Daniel
I was
Radcliffe.
deeply jealous because I really want to see it.
He's got an impeccable accent. I'm gonna say that. So if he ever hears this, good job on the accent, bro.
What accent is he doing? Just British? No,
he's doing American.
No, he's straight American.
Yeah,
okay.
It's great. It really is very good. Some people had some mixed feelings about it. I personally liked it a lot. I also saw John Wick while I was out there. That was a good movie. That was good. Keanu's back, baby.
Yeah.
He
I love
is
the
back
trailer
hard.
for that film, though. Like, we've gotten to the point where, like, it's not good enough to kill the wife. You can't kill the best friend. You got to kill the puppy.
Yeah, they killed the yeah, like, oh man, I almost want to spoil it.
Yeah, well, yeah, I got a dog too, So
They endear you to that dog in like 5 minutes. You're attached.
What's a
and they
freaking puppy? Like, there's no way not to be endeared to it.
Marley and me
Yeah.
Yeah. It's amazing. There you go.
Cool. What about you? What'd you see?
I just saw The Pact 2, which I really liked the first film, The Pact. I don't know if you've seen that. It's a fairly well done indie haunted house movie that had some really like inventive imagery that I liked, and so it did well enough that they came back for a sequel. And I thought they found an inventive way of keeping the series going, even though they like killed the villain in the first film, you know. And it was gory and it was good. You know, it was a well built little horror film. I really liked it. And then I just watched Asylum's the co-ed and the zombie stoner zombie. I can't remember which it was. I literally watched it for one reason only, which is because me and my writing partner, my friend Corey, had pitched to write the film back when it was called Sexy College Zombie Comedy, before they even had a plot. And so we literally sent in I think like 6 pitches of like different ideas. And when I saw it, I was like, this is what they went with? Like, all right, I got to see if this is like better than our idea. And
yeah, I've really grown to I've really grown to like Asylum for what they're they do these horrific knockoffs. They know they're horrific. It's such a good time. I mean,
I generally enjoy it. I think the mistake with this was a straight up comedy rather than them just trying to make a straight movie.
Right.
And it's funny when you do a movie that's campy but not intentionally. When you do a comedy, it's a whole other thing. And like a lot of the jokes didn't really land. By the end, I was chuckling, but like a lot of the early jokes just didn't land. I mean, I will say, having dealt with Asylum, it is hilarious to get their notes. Their notes are awesome.
Really? Oh yeah. Give me some dirt. What kind of stuff?
We pitched them on. Well, they actually approached us about writing a flying shark movie.
Okay.
And so we went through like 6 or 7 rounds of notes, not even on the script, on the pitch.
When was this?
This was like 6 months ago.
Okay,
maybe a little bit, a little bit more than that.
All right.
No, it might even be less than that at this point. It was like basically, I think the project died like right at the beginning of the summer. Like basically, they couldn't get any sales people interested in it, so they couldn't get the money for it. Basically,
right.
But yeah, I mean, we literally did like a whole shit ton of rounds of just revising the pitch, not even the script.
And you said they reached out to you?
Well, yeah, we had been pitching them on and off for about 2 years at that point.
Through not to get too much all up in your shit.
No.
But just through connections, friends of friends.
Yeah. Basically, my boss's husband had written a couple of films for them.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And so he put us in touch with them, and we had sent them a script that we had written that we thought it was right when Texas Chainsaw Massacre 3 was coming out. And so we had this script that was close enough to like the Texas Chainsaw Massacre vibe that we thought they might be interested in doing it as like Texas Freaks or whatever, like close enough that it would have worked as their knockoff. And they weren't, but they liked the script. And so they were like, yeah, you can pitch us on projects. And so every now and then we would email them and say, hey, do you have anything that you think is right for us? And they would say, oh, well, we're doing like action movies now. So send us like 5 or 6 pitches for action movies. And none of those would get picked up. And then we would email them and be like, yeah, we're doing, like sexy college zombie thing, send us some pitches on that. And we would send them like 5 or 6 pitches, and they weren't really interested in any of those. And then eventually we'd reached out about a year ago, and they were like, oh, well, we have this thing coming up on the horizon, flying sharks. Would you be interested in pitching us on that? And we said, sure. And so we wrote them a pitch, and the guy liked it, and he said, okay, but here's the notes. And so we did another pitch. We revised that pitch, and he liked it, and he gave us some more notes. And, we, as I said, we did like 6 or 7 rounds of notes on the pitch. And then like when we had it in a good spot, they were like, sorry, none of our investors are interested in this idea. It's not going to happen. But yeah, I mean, the notes were awesome. Like the best note I think I got was we want it to be what did he say? Like we want it to be serious like Sharknado, not crazy like Mega Shark versus Giant Octopus. And I literally turned to my friend and I was like, I have no idea what this sentence means. Like I don't understand how a tornado made of sharks is more serious than a giant shark.
We want it to be classy, all right?
Yeah.
Don't get crazy.
Like I literally didn't understand how to take that sentence. Like I couldn't comprehend what that sentence meant.
That's amazing. Now, see, would you would you play a role like that? Would you star in, Sharknado 2, or would you do that stuff? Are you above that?
I'm not above it.
I'm sorry, that was sort of a directed question. Oh, you're too good for it. No, I'm kidding. No, but B-movie genre though. I mean, that's not really your passion per se.
Preferably not.
Yeah,
preferably not. Yeah,
not into the
not yet. Maybe in 20 years we'll see how deep into this hole I can go.
I was talking with Greg Hatanaka, who he bought the rights to all the Amir Sivan films, like Samurai Cop.
Yeah,
and
they're gonna do American Killing too.
Yeah, well, I was actually talking to him. I was like, dude, he's directing Samurai Cop 2. He got all the guys back. And
sounds killer.
I didn't know that at the time. I was like, is there a director attached? I'll totally do that,
Yeah.
And so I found out. He's like, oh no, Greg, who owns the company, is doing it. I'm like, oh, okay. I was like, well, what about Hollywood Cop?
Yeah.
I'll do Hollywood Cop 2, or Killing American Style, or whatever. So I was like trying to pitch him on a few things. It was like, he's like, we're talking about movies, and he's like, by the way, how much you make Bikini Bloodbath for? And I was like, like $10,000. He's like, how the fuck do you make a movie on $10,000? I'm like, I made Mark of the Beast for $6,000.
Yeah.
He's like, how do you do that? I'm like, you pay this.
I'm not telling you my trade.
Yeah.
Hire me and I'll do it.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to be like, give me $4,000. I'll give you a feature starring these people.